I used to have loads of gear and outboard gear and like all kinds of stuff in here. And then during COVID, when this studio closed down, because I'm in a studio sort of in a place called Barton Hill in Bristol, which is miles away from my house. And when the studio closed down because everywhere had to close, I took my speakers and my laptop, a 303, and the MIDI keyboard here, and a couple of other things home, but not a lot, and just set them up in a room. And then basically, so I didn't have any outboard gear, and I just started making music in the box, which is how I learned how to make music, you know, late 90s, early 2000s. It's how I learned to make music, just in the box. And I found my productivity, like the amount of tunes I was making, went fucking through the roof. That's when I decided to start making an album, because I'd made so many tunes during lockdown. And when I came back to the studio and had all the, you know, I had fucking Prophet 5 and Sub 37 and a Moog Voyager, loads of other synths, and loads of like pedals, like Roland Demora pedal, Strymon El Capistan, loads of different pedals, and I used to run everything through it. And these compressors were always on, and running things through them. And whilst it sounds amazing, I found myself just basically not using any of it, because I'd gone back to how I started. And I guess there's no right or wrong way, and it's obviously purists out there will say, well, you should always be using outboard synths and whatnot, but I find it much easier and much more productive to make music in the computer. I would spend hours and hours noodling about on all my gear and actually not making any tunes, just making loads and loads of things, and then wanting to tweak it and change it and printing it, and never actually making music. So this way I've actually been able to make loads more music, going back to how I started